name's Rachel. Welcome to my channel. This is my first vlog, and I am going to be taking you with me to run a half marathon. The reason I wanted to make this vlog is because I am 11 months postpartum, and I wanted to encourage the mamas out there that you can do it. You can set your mind to it and do it. A little bit of background. So like I said, I'm 11 months postpartum. After having my baby, I didn't really get back into much of any fitness. Here and there, I maybe took like a workout class, and then I had my baby in May. In January, my husband wanted to sign up for a half marathon, and that has always been on my bucket list. And so I said, just sign me up. I want to do it. If I don't sign up for it, like, I'll never just train enough to be half marathon ready. I need a deadline. I need something to work for. And so in January, I had started half marathon training, and it was really hard. I'm not gonna lie. It was more than I had ever really run. But January through May, so this is May again. Beginning of May is the half marathon that we are doing, and I had my baby like very end of May last year, so just like cutting it close to almost 1 year. But I used the Pittsburgh Marathon. They have, their website has training courses, and the Pittsburgh Marathon happened to be the same weekend as the half marathon we were running in Ohiopyle, and so I did an 18-week beginner course. I did end up towards the very end getting IT band syndrome from some of my runner friends I've been talking to. I think that because they do kind of put mileage on a little bit fast, but the program, the training course, recommends like 2 days of strength training, and that I did not do. And I think if I would have done that and strengthened up all of the other muscles like in my legs and around my knees, that I probably would have avoided potentially like hurting my knee. So I would do strength training if you can. But yeah, I trained for, so I guess 5 months with running. There were 4 or 5 days of runs. Saturdays were long runs, and I really did feel like I was kind of, even though I've, you know, in the past, I mean, college, like what, 5-6 years ago now, like was really lifting and things like that. I do feel like I kind of started from like almost like a couch to 5K. I felt like it was like a couch to half marathon, and so I am not running fast. I take breaks and walk and all of that, but I honestly didn't really think I would be able to run a half, especially this soon, like postpartum. So I just want it to be an encouragement to moms out there that have little ones that are trying to get their foot back in the door or start somewhere. If you want to run a half marathon, if that's something, like for me, that was a bucket list. So I think that helped, being able to have known it was always a goal of mine and be like, yes, I'm gonna do it. So if you want to, you can. I was not trying to go for some crazy time or anything, or I just really wanted to be able to finish and know that I pushed myself. And so that is pretty much the goal. And honestly, the fact that for the past 5 months I've been running so much, and I've done like a couple days of 10 miles, and towards the end the weeks would look like, you know, a couple running days of 3 miles. I just had never been in a place where I was consistently running multiple 5Ks a week. And so, and I know that sounds like a lot right now if you're like watching this and thinking you might want to run a half or train for this, and then you're like, yeah, I'm already out. But it started off really great. It was like a mile, and gradually worked up to 2 miles, gradually worked up to 3 miles. Like, it is definitely planned out. I didn't follow it to a T. Like, there were some days that with the baby, by the time I got around to running, it would be like 9:30 at night, and I was like, I'm just not gonna run today. And I would try to run the next day, or I would just miss a day that week, and that was my best. That was all I could really do, because, I mean, you mamas know out there that life is crazy when you have a baby, and you're trying to juggle all the things. So yeah, but come along with me and let's see how it goes. And I just want it to be an encouragement that you can definitely do it. Picked up our race merch and our bibs. These are like the nicest jackets and t-shirts. Night before the race, feeling a little bit nervous. The last race I ran was like 5 years ago. Segis?
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. We were engaged. And we're celebrating 4 years of marriage now. And that was a 5K. And before that would have been like 5 more, maybe, 5 more years before that of like cross country, my freshman year of high school. So I'm feeling a little nervous, but I am getting more excited. Hopefully my knees will do okay. My soft goal is under 2.5 hours. I say soft because when I was training, I was like pretty much exactly at that. And then 3 weeks ago, I really hurt my IT band, and like 99% sure I got IT band syndrome. So then I had a whole week off, and then 2 weeks ago would have been my first week back, and last week, which was, or like this past week, was race week, so I wasn't running hard. So I pretty much had a whole week off, and then only like 1 week of like good runs. So I felt behind, and after the longer runs, both of my knees actually hurt now. So fingers crossed that they don't hurt too bad. Honestly, if I can just finish with like minimal walking. I've been running about, when I do the longer runs, I run for about 3 miles and then walk for 2 minutes, and I usually keep that kind of like consistency. So if I could keep that, even if my pace is significantly slower because of the injuries, like, I think I'll consider it a win. So we will see. But getting to bed early tonight. We just got out of the hot tub, which we will be grateful for tomorrow. Staying in a super cute Airbnb in Ohiopyle. So yeah, we will see you in the morning. Breakfast of choice: banana, oatmeal, and I'm gonna drink a Celsius because I love coffee, but I don't want to have to go to the bathroom mid-run. So that is the start. How do you feel?
Tired.
Yeah, me too. Feeling a lot more anxious this morning than I thought I would as well. So I'm ready to go. 15 minutes to start. I've got my vest on, my water pack, Gatorade, and some jelly beans for fuel. The number. Getting excited. Down. 3 miles, 4 miles, feeling pretty good. Haven't walked yet, so averaging an 11-minute mile. Mile 5, getting closer to halfway. Keep going. Hit 6, walking for the first time. Gonna walk for 2 minutes. I'm feeling it a ton in my hamstrings. Also have to pee super bad, so praying there's a restroom ahead. Now we're really almost at the halfway mark. Doing pretty good still, like 11-minute average. So excited. 7 miles, 8 miles. I'm definitely feeling it all over. 9 miles, 9 down, 10 miles, taking my second walk, 11 miles, 11:27 average, 12. Set my goal, 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 8 seconds, but I will take it. I just threw up a couple of times. My last mile was like a 10:30, like I was booking it for the end, but it's over. All right, post race, did it, and this is such a nice medal too, but holy moly, yes. So I got my goal. I would consider getting it. I got 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 8 seconds, which I will take as meeting my goal, which I was very excited about. So that was awesome. I also beat my, idea of planning, training, of how frequently I was going to walk. I don't know if it was because it was the race, and so I had like the adrenaline and that kind of like, oh, I'm really like, gonna be PRing, and like this is my first half, and it's official time, things like that kind of pushed me to not walk as much, which was helpful. So I walked at the like 6 mile mark for about 2.5 minutes, and then I walked, honestly, I can't remember if it was I think it was at 10, but at that point I was like really close to making my time. Like I only had like maybe a couple minutes to like flex based off of the average I was running, and so I walked a minute at 10, and then at like 11 and a half, my hamstrings felt like they were gonna snap in half, but I was like right on pace, and so I actually felt, I don't want to say good because I was like dying, but I was like, I can push through. I was gonna walk at 12 and get like one little last walk in before like the last mile, but at like 11 and a half, I stopped for like 20-30 seconds and like stretched my hamstrings out and then pushed through. And then the last mile I ran faster than any of my other miles, and I was like a 10:30, I think is what I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure my first mile was maybe a 10:35, 10:45. But I just knew I was so close, and then like I was probably like at half a mile to go. I definitely knew I was not like breathing enough because my fingertips were getting numb and tingly, and I was like, I need more oxygen, and I was feeling a little bit lightheaded. And then I got to like, I could see the finish line, and I was like, I like hit a wall. I had like literally 0.2 left, and I was like, no, you have to do it, because I was right on the edge. And like right before the finish line, I like held down like a dry heave because I was really lightheaded and felt like I was gonna throw up. And as soon as I crossed, I was just like dry heaving and pretty dizzy and lightheaded, and so I dry heaved a bunch and finally threw up. That was one mistake I made. I think this morning we were in a little bit more of a rush than we meant to be, and so I was like eating my breakfast on the way, and I think I should have ate more. Halfway through the race, I was like really hungry. Like I could feel my belly being empty and growling, and I felt hungry. I did eat the jelly beans throughout, but I think I probably should have had more. Once again, first half, so definitely a learning experience as well of like not just like pacing, but what really works for eating before and how soon to eat breakfast, like, or I guess how much time to give myself before the race and how much to eat. And then like during, I think I really would have rather have had like a fast acting carb and something a lot more like carby. I know that, you know, those like jelly beans and goos like have those things, but like my body needed something that was a little bit more like heavier, honestly, which might have not felt as good running, but for how hungry I was, I definitely was like ready to eat. But yeah, I mean, right now I'm pretty sore, achy. We're gonna go walk around Ohiopyle with our pup, get some ice cream, and then grab pizza to go for dinner and probably be in the hot tub a lot tonight. So gonna try to keep moving. So far I feel pretty good. I mean, very sore, but my knees don't hurt, although they usually hurt with the IT band stuff. Like, they don't hurt during my run. It's usually like the days after. My one ankle really hurts, my feet hurt, but I did it, and yeah, pretty proud. And I feel like all in all it went really well. That last mile was awful, and I definitely had like nothing left in the tank. Like, didn't feel the best at the end, but once I threw up I recovered pretty quickly, and I got some water in my belly, and then I felt okay. But ended up being a gorgeous day and a beautiful trail to run on, and so yeah, it ended up being a really good time. Good dog. Did you miss us? Can I see your paw? That's a good girl. I hit a wall and now I'm super tired, but like can't nap. Like, I've been laying on this couch for like 2 hours and I just feel so close to sleep, but I can't. So, but we had a great lunch, and I almost said Myers because that's the most amazing ice cream place in the world. It's down in Myrtle Beach, which is near our family's beach house. But they have Hershey's ice cream there. We had Hershey's ice cream because they have that in Ohiopyle. It's so good. And then I was like, yeah, I need to go back. I feel like I could fall asleep, and I'm so tired. But now we're gonna get some dinner, get in the hot tub, and have a good chill night, play some board games together, and yeah, just enjoy our anniversary weekend. I can't remember if I said that. We are celebrating 4 years, so we are also getting to hang out together, which will be really nice. Look, you see mommy's medal? Wow, is that pretty? Huh? What do you think? Say it was heavy. Good job, Raylan. All right, we can't throw it on the ground. Good job, look.